everyone. Today I will be teaching you all how to start crocheting. This is the first step that you need to take in order to learn how to do anything in crochet. It is called a chain, and I will be showing you all how to do that. And this is, you guys probably saw her, but this is my little Neepy. And if you hear any kind of barking during this video, my dog is outside playing and he is having a grand old time. But this is Neep, my little sweet baby. Thank you for coming along with me. Okay, so today I will be using two separate hooks, a K hook and an H hook. You can use whatever size hook is good for your yarn, but I will be showing you how to chain on two separate size yarns. I figured the bulky yarn may be easier for some people to see, and the worsted weight yarn that I will be using is your typical yarn that you would probably be learning on. Not everybody starts off with bulky. I am just doing that to make it more visually appealing for everyone and easier to see. So let's get started. I will be starting on the bulky yarn. It is a 6 weight bulky. I'm going to be using white because I'm hoping that it'll be easy for everybody to see. So we have our hook. You always want to keep your curved side up towards the sky. I like to hold it with my thumb down and on top of my middle finger and put my pointer finger kind of resting on the back like this. Okay, and next I'm going to be showing you how to do a slip knot. What I like to do is just wrap it around my 3 fingers like that till you get this little X, and then you just tuck this tail through the loop and it makes a little slip knot. Let me do that one more time so you can all see. Wrap it around your 3 fingers, make your X like this, X on top, and then just take this and tuck it through, kind of like the first part of tying your shoe. Next we will be putting our hook through there and pulling your tail. So let me do that one more time. We will be making our slip knot and pulling our tail to make it tight. Now you don't want it so tight on the needle that you can't slide it. If it's too tight, you won't be able to move it very easy, and you will have some trouble starting your chain. You want to be able to see just a tiny bit of a space between the hook and the yarn. I don't know if you can all see that, just a little tiny space. Okay, so then next we will be taking our hook. Make sure that your hook side is facing up. Lay it down on your yarn like it's gonna take a nap, then wrap the yarn around the front. So down like it's gonna take a nap, wrap it around the front. Once you have it wrapped, we will very gently take your hook and slide it through the first one. Should end up with something like this. Let's do that part one more time. Lay it down like it's gonna take a nap, and then wrap it around the front so it's under this hook part. This is why the hook has to stay up. And then we're gonna slowly slide it into that loop we made. Oops. Sometimes that happens where your hook falls out and all you do is just stick your hook back through that loop. Now your loop should be able to adjust. If your loop does not adjust, you have to start from the beginning. Okay, so we'll do chain number 2. Lay it down like it's gonna take a nap, wrap it around, and pull it through. Lay it down like it's gonna take a nap, wrap it around, pull it through. Those are my first 3 chains on this bulky weight yarn. Let's do it a couple more times. Lay it down, wrap it around, pull it through. And remember to always have your hook facing towards the sky. If you don't, you will have an awful hard time, see, how your yarn just kind of flops off the end. There's nothing for it to catch on, so hook always up. Lay it down, wrap it around, and pull it through. And there you go. And remember to always have that little tiny bit of space between your hook and your chain. Because if you pull it too tight, you will have a very hard time. And if you do it too loose, then your chain will look crazy. Like if your loop is too big, see how there's a big space here? If it's too big, your loop chain's gonna look crazy. It's gonna look very large, and then you will have a large round of gaping holes in your project. So make sure that your loop on your hook is tight, but not too tight. You wanna be able to freely move the loop on your hook. So lay it down, wrap it around, pull it through. Lay it down, wrap it around, pull it through. And you should end up with a pretty uniformed piece at this point. Now I will move on to the worsted weight yarn. We are going to be going through the same steps, but with a number 4 worsted weight yarn and an H hook. So this is a number 4 yarn. See the size difference between this and this? That's why we use a smaller hook with worsted weight yarn. An H and a G hook are typical hooks that you would use with a worsted weight yarn, but again, whatever your pattern calls for, different things call for different hooks. So we're gonna go from the beginning. Hold your hook, thumb on the front, hook up, and then we're going to take our 3 fingers, wrap it around, and make our X. So 3 fingers, wrap it around the front, across the back, make that X, kind of like the first part of tying a shoe. And then take your tail and tuck it. Pull it through, just like this. Let's do that one more time. Take your 3 fingers, place it over the front, wrap it around, make your X, and then tuck your tail just like this, right through the center. And that makes your slip knot. Now, going to be taking our hook and putting it in and pull your tail. And it's the same thing with worsted weight. You want to be able to have a tiny little hole between your hook and the start of your yarn, whether that be the last chain you just did, or in this case, the knot. You always want to have that sliding, but you do not want to have too big of a hole because your project will look crazy. And then we're going to do the same thing. Lay it down like it's going to take a nap, wrap it around, and then pull it through. Pull it through. Oh. Sometimes it is a little tricky. There you go. To get the first one going, even I have trouble sometimes. So lay it down, wrap it around, pull it through. And then that's our first 2 chains. Lay it down, wrap it around, and pull through. Now let's start from the beginning one more time just to make sure everybody gets it. And we're gonna make our slip knot, 3 fingers. Lay it down, wrap it around, make our X. And then pull the tail through the loop. Don't mind my puppy barking. And then, yep, we can slide it. We can slide it really good on our hook, so we are all set. Then lay it down, wrap it around, and pull through. Lay it down, wrap it around, pull through. Lay it down, wrap it around, pull through. This is what it looks like after 3. Then we just keep going. Lay it down, wrap it around, and pull through. Lay it down, wrap it around, and pull through. And that is how you crochet a chain. I hope this was informative for everybody.